So in this video we're going to take an end of season look at the very lovely Port de Pollenca. We're going to start here on the far side of the beach. We're going to head on down towards the market because it is a Wednesday today, but unfortunately I do have some bad news for you as we head on further towards the Pine Walk, so stick with me to check out what that news is. So I have run a poll on the community page on my channel and you have voted overwhelmingly for me to come down here to Port de Pollenca and Albercuix. Now I do have some more content coming out from Albercuix, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss those videos. But for now, let's head on up into Port de Pollenca. So we're just coming up past the La Roca Beach Bar here on the far end of Puerto Pollensa Beach. I've just checked inside and they are going to be closing up on the 31st of October. Like many of the places down here in Puerto Pollensa. So we have temperatures up here right at the end of October of around 23 degrees today. It does feel a lot warmer in the sun though, and you can see by the number of people on the beach today and in the sea that we still have this lovely autumnal beach weather. The beaches, not only in Port de Pollenca but all over the island, are just that much quieter at this time of year. You get a much more peaceful experience than you will do in the summer, and of course, well, it's very warm as well. So like all the other holiday resorts around Mallorca, everything's starting to wind down now for the end of season. A lot of these big hotels are going to be closing as well. But as we go on into the winter, well, I'll bring you news of what will be open over here in Port de Pollenca if you are hoping to get a really cheap weekend break out on the island. Now, as we come across the waterfront here, we've got all these lovely huge hotels, which I'm sure many of you have stayed in throughout the course of the season. The Hotel Pollentia is one of the most popular, really for its location, right in front of the beach. So you can see we are saying goodbye to summer down on this section of Tamarells Beach. These are the beach umbrellas and these are the sunbeds that are being stacked up, which are soon to be taken away by the tractor. You can also see as well that they've taken the boardwalk up to, it's all been stacked up here, the pallets have been stacked up. The end of the season also means saying goodbye to the lifeguards over here on the beaches around Mallorca. I would say if you are visiting here over the winter, we're not going to see the red and the green flags out. And we're also going to see little water sports centres down here as well, packing up for the season. But don't worry, all these paddleboard rentals will be back up and running again next summer. Just coming up past Youth. Pretty sure many of you have memories of this beach bar over the summer as well. I seem to remember as well they had live music running through the hot summer months on the evenings. And this was a great sundowner spot. So at this time of year, I'm still seeing a lot of cyclists coming down through Port de Pollenca. In my opinion, this is one of the best times of year to come on a cycling holiday. Got these great restaurants as well that really cater for cyclists too. These slightly cooler temperatures you're going to find getting up through the hills around Formentor all the way over to Formentor Lighthouse, a very, very popular cycling route you can see in the mountains right in front of me. Well, at this time of year, you're going to find it to just be a little bit easier just because it's a little bit cooler. Got some super nice shops down here actually. Because I'm down here during the day and I'm just taking a leisurely walk through Port de Pollenca, got some really, really nice little craft shops and souvenir shops. If you're down here, make sure you come down this side of the port and check them out. we're going to take a left up towards the market. The Port de Pollenca market is always a hive of activity all the way through the summer season, and there is no difference today either. Got a lot of visitors over in the port and a lot of people in the market. Now the market takes place here in the main square in Port de Pollenca. I've walked through here many times on my live streams, but what a difference it is today. It's absolutely packed with stalls. Now I love how all the farmers come out with their locally grown produce too. It's a little bit early in October for the clementines. You can see they need to ripen up a little bit more. Got loads of stuff over here, look, dried apricots, dried dates, and also pomegranates too. Also a fantastic place to come as well to get your locally produced honey as well, and little conservatives too, as well as all your spices. I absolutely love a good market over here in Mallorca. I really encourage you that if you are planning a visit over here that you do come and check one of these out, particularly if you're down here in Port de Pollenca, to come here on a Wednesday. What's more as well, while a lot of Port de Pollenca is going to be closing down for the winter, so the hotels, many of the restaurants too, you're going to find a market here every single Wednesday throughout the winter months. Over here in Port de Pollenca, it might not be this size. Of course, you're going to have some stall holders who only come for the summer months, but if you are over here visiting during the winter, well, you can expect to enjoy this market here every Wednesday from about 8:30 in the morning till 1 p.m. Okay, so let's leave the market behind and head on down towards the Pine Walk. Now there's always a tinge of sadness when these wonderful historical hotels that you find down here on the Pine Walk, such as the Miramar and the Cispins, close up for the winter. We have an early Easter next year, right at the end of March, so I anticipate we're going to see an early opening of these hotels too. So we're going to get a few quiet months down here in Port de Pollenca, and then a very early kick-off to the summer season. Coming up past the Cispins as well, which is enjoying its final few weeks of the season too. Now I have to say it's absolutely glorious down here in Port de Pollenca this afternoon, but oh my goodness, what is this I can see on the beach down here just off the Pine Walk? I can see a red flag. Now I was wondering why it was so quiet down here on this side of Port de Pollenca. What do we have on the sand here? We have another giant red flag. Now this is such a shame for the end of the season. We can see the red flags run all the way along the beach here. It hasn't actually stopped visitors coming down to the beach to build sandcastles, but what a shame there is no swimming. So let's go and find out the reason why. Okay, so after talking to the lifeguards here, I think we've found the problem. Now it's this pipe here which runs into the sea, and you can see it's broken. This is what I've been told as well. There's another pipe that runs further along too. Whenever we have heavy rain here, there's problems with the pipes. It means that these seas can get contaminated, and you will have seen a video which I put out on my channel about this a few months ago. Okay, so you may remember in my live streams that I actually mentioned that I contacted the environmental department at Pollensa Town Council and they've had no reply. I even followed up my email just a couple of days ago asking them about the pollution situation down here in Port de Pollenca, and no one has got back to me. I think they may be a little bit afraid of YouTube, but hopefully over the winter I will get to speak to someone down there and find out when this problem is going to be fixed. Now, I have said as well that the lifeguards will stop working on the 31st of October. So I said to them as well what advice you would give to people coming down here over the winter, whether it's safe or not to swim over here in Port de Pollenca. And they said simply that you just need to smell the water and to see whether it's been contaminated. So my advice is do not come down here and swim if it has been raining recently, because that's when you're going to have problems with the overflow here. If we've had lots of endless sunny days, it's going to be absolutely fine. Now there's no smell down here, I can't smell anything down here, so I'm quite surprised that we do have the bandeja roja today, the red flag on the beaches. They also said as well that over on the other side of the port, over on Tamarells Beach, the water is perfectly clear there, as we saw earlier on in this video, so it's possible to swim on that side of the port. And don't forget too, there is a video on my channel about things to do over here in Port de Pollenca if there are red flags on the beach and you do want to go swimming during the summer months, so I shall link to that right at the end of this video too. So I can see a few people wading out on the beach here over on Albercuix beach. There's no red flag here, but this whole red flagged area does stretch right the way down from this side of the port. I'm glad the people that are down here as well for the day have actually seen the red flags a little bit further up. Otherwise they could well be swimming in the water because there is no lifeguard station here. I'm pretty sure there was one in the summer, and I'm pretty sure they had the flags out too. So I can see some swimmers over here, and I think I can see a child as well. I mean, I don't know whether they're aware that you can't actually swim over here today. What a shame. I mean, this is such a beautiful corner of the island. It's one of my favourite places. I think I'm going to go and tell them. So we're just coming up to the Illador Hotel to take a final look of this area for this summer season. So we're just coming up past the 1929 restaurants. Quite a few people out here for the final few days of summer. Gosh, that breeze has really picked up down here at this far end of the Pine Walk. And look, I can see more people swimming in the water too. So I hope this video has proved useful if you are hoping to come over to Port de Pollenca at this time next year. Now I'm going to be regularly back in Port de Pollenca over the winter months. I'm going to be coming over here to do some live streams. Most importantly though, I hope I'm going to be able to give you some more information about the works that will be done to improve the water down here over in Port de Pollenca. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and I'll keep you updated as we go on through the winter, fingers crossed. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can check out things to do in Port de Pollenca if there are red flags on the beach, and you can see that video appearing on YouTube just here. You can also find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. Plus there's more information on my website on mallorcaunderthesun.com. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.